Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be starting a Divide and Conquer narrative campaign. I've seen a lot of YouTubers in the community doing that, so I thought I'd join in. I'm going to be starting out with Gondor. Now, I'm going to preface this right now by saying I've done a lot of campaigns previously, but it's been a long time. So you're gonna have to bear with me here as I struggle to get to grip with things. But I think I'm gonna do the short rules to start with, and I think most of you know kind of the background of Gondor. But I guess I'll go ahead and read I'll go ahead and read part of the lore setting that Gondor finds themselves in. So the leader's Steward Denethor II, the heir is Boromir, and the Divide and Conquer lore starts it by saying, "Believe not that in the land of Gondor the blood of Numenor is spent, or all its pride and dignity forgotten. By our valor the wild folk of the East are still restrained, and the terror of Morgul kept at bay, and thus alone are peace and freedom maintained in the land behind us, bulwark of the West. But if the passages of the river should be won, what then?" So, Gondor starts out with one of the largest land masses of all the factions in Divide and Conquer, as I understand things. They find themselves bordered by their ally and de facto vassal, Dol Amroth in the south, as well as the Aredanime of Umbar and Harad in the south. They find themselves bordered by Mordor in the east, their friend and ally, Rohan in the north, as well as, I'm not sure who controls the closer lands of Ravanian, if anyone does at the start, and then in the northwest they're bordered by the clans of Enedwaith and or Isengard, depending on who gets there first. So we'll probably find ourselves fighting Mordor most of the time. We could find ourselves getting backstabbed by the clans of Enedwaith, but I'm pretty confident that if I maintain some kind of garrison in the west, Gondor's units should be vastly superior to the clans of Enedwaith and anything they can bring. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and read this just to double check everything I said here. So, in the early game, Mordor dominates Gondor's entire campaign, and the open days of the War of the Ring are no different. There are few independent holds in these embattled lands, and Mordor will arrive at the ruins of Osgiliath within a few years. Gondor has to therefore mobilize strength they can bring quickly, and strike fast before Sauron can bring Harad, Khand, and his own hordes to full production. Now, the thing about Khand is that there's I want to say it's a 50-50 shot that they will actually betray Sauron and join with the Blue Wizards. Hopefully that occurs, because I'm not sure I can handle getting attacked by, potentially 1, 2, if I'm including Harad, but 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies at once. That'd be pretty tough. But I'll be much better able to do that than Dol Amroth will. That's honestly why I picked Gondor, because Dol Amroth's campaign is significantly more difficult. So, in fact, they mentioned that you'll have Dol Amroth to help you with some of that, so all hope is not lost. However, for Prince Adrahil commands many battalions of elite warriors from Dol Amroth, and he has been tasked with holding the mouths of the Anduin. So the Ar-Adonayim will probably be busy dealing with Dol Amroth. And likely Harad will be as well. So that'll take some of the pressure off. But we still have to deal with Mordor, and we will probably, unless if I play really, really well, it will almost certainly be a case of Mordor slowly grinding me down. Particularly if I get backstabbed by the clansmen at Wythe. So some special features of Gondor's campaign. We get fiefdom recruitment, Fornos and Osgiliath rebuilding. That's kind of cool. Although I'm not going to play through this campaign to the point where I get Fornos, but I can probably try to rebuild Osgiliath. That's something we can try to do. Our rare units are Minisithal Guardians, which I ported in this unit into my submod for 3rd Age Reforged. I'm probably going to take them out though, because unless if I can figure out how to change their model a little bit. But anyway, I'll potentially have them for Gondor in this campaign. We get trebuchets as descendants of Numenor. I think Dol Amroth do too. Yeah, I think it's just I'm assuming that all the descendants of Numenor, so the Northern Dunedain, Gondor, and Dol Amroth in this case. Probably the Ar-Adonayim as well. And maybe Mordor, if they're Black Numenorean units. I don't know for sure. I'm still relatively new to Divide and Conquer. So anyhow. Anything else on this page? I think I'm going to leave everything at medium difficulty. And yeah, so I haven't played a campaign in a long time. I tend to be a bad economic governor. So I'm just going to have to rely entirely on the limited military prowess I have in this game. So let's go and get started. I'll just say right now, before we get started, that I really appreciate just how well done of a mod Divide and Conquer is. The Divide and Conquer team deserves a ton of credit. I think they've really distinguished themselves from the other submods and from the original Third Age. So yeah, good on Gallo and his team, Hummingbird and Lord of Lynx. Those are the only other two I know of, so anyone else that's part of that team, you also deserve credit. But alright. Turn one up a little bit. Okay. Is there anything important here I should know about? Okay, so that's good to know. So most characters aren't going to die of old age until probably I'm done with the campaign. That's good. Oh, okay. So many units get a visual change of their battle model when they are upgraded at a blacksmith, predominantly with Gondor, Erebor, Eredluin, and Khazad-dûm. So we're dwarves in Gondor, so we're playing as Gondor, so we will get that. Okay, so bodyguards are going to be useful as long as we can keep the general alive in them. I don't think we're going to be restricted by this. I would be surprised if Gondor is restricted by the types of buildings we can build. And yeah, I know for sure that we don't have restrictions on boats. We're one of the seafaring peoples. I mean, that's more Dol Amroth's wheelhouse than ours, but and definitely more the Aradani's wheelhouse than ours, as well as the High Elves. The High Elves, I think, have the best ships in the game, but we're not too bad. So, all right. We are Gondor. Our land stretched from Mordor to the Western Sea. Our fiefs remain unstricken by any machination of the Dark Lord. Vivid is the light of Minas Tirith, the tower of the guard that shines brightly in us all. The flame of Numenor still burns in our hearts when we see the White City, and pride still blooms on those that march to the defense of the West. Our blood keeps other lands safe from the depredations of Mordor, and with its full weight fixed on us, we hold our lines and know our wars are not for nothing, yet ever still we bleed. In our lands, we more than hold on to the greatly disputed areas east of the old city of Osgiliath, perhaps more ruined than city itself now, but a matter of pride in our hearts. North of Osgiliath lies the garrison at Caer Andros, a fine island that divides the great Anduin River before it flows with such silvery strength down past Pelargir to the sea, and leads us thence to Linhir, which coastline strikes through the southern fiefs, Lebanon, Lamanon, and the Principality of Dol Amroth and Belfalas, from whence come our levies in time of need. Much has been lost of our kingdom, much that once was, and we weep for it. No blossom upon the white tree, where the fountain court keeps its watch, and the stewards have fought without relent to retain what was once the flower of the kings of Numenor. The blood that runs thin amongst our people, only in few lines the legacy of Numenor, and middleman is weaker than ever. I am sorry, Lord, for my fears ever grow, yet I hold on to your grace, for that will be. The line of kings may have failed, but we had stewards of great wisdom and of iron will. And that's getting pretty long-winded at this point, so I'm not going to read all of it. Okay, so we need to get to probably turn 68, worst case scenario, before we can get more elite units, I guess is what this is telling me. Yeah. And we start out, we start out at war with the Aradanian. As do Dol Amroth. Alright, let's check our diplomacy here. Okay, so we start out as allies with Dol Amroth and Rohan. And we start out as enemies of Aradanaim, Harad, Khand, and Mordor. Interesting, we don't start out as enemies with Rune, but... Okay. Maybe we can try to work our way to be allies with the Northern Dunedain. We'll see, though. So, turn 1, I'm just gonna have a look through things. So Boromir's got Gondor archers, Gondor spears, and infantry. What? I assume any elite type units we would have. Oh, I guess not. I was gonna say any elite sorts of units we would have in Minas Tirith, but we only have malicious stuff there. Okay. Caer Andros. Archers. Territorial guardsmen. They're kind of like a spear militia. And I guess we have the, what's that, is it Caranadron? Is that what it's called? Or I guess that's probably over here. But we've got the, Anorian to start off with. Looks like... Okay, so we can try to take East Osgiliath. We started with 13,000 florins, so I want... Okay, I'm gonna have to look through garrison here. Everything. There's a bunch of militia... Got some forces in this fort. Electric Veil Archers. That is a unit I'm thinking about adding to Gondor myself. My submod, by the way, guys. More militia. Cavalry. Thanks. We do have a lot of characters as Gondor, so that's good. In fact, I think we've got... Do we actually have a character for every settlement? I think we might. Or just about every settlement. So Bangor the Fearless, I love that. Dol Amroth will probably beat us to Ethelon, so I'll just leave that to them. We do have Tarnos, though, and yeah, I think we do have a general for every single settlement, which is very nice. Yeah, we'll probably be grabbing some of these guys, and basically I'm just going to be funneling all of my men to the east here to try to shore things up against Mordor. We do have Faramir with 2 units of Athelian Rangers, so I'm definitely going to have to make good use of them. Rangers in Divide and Conquer, I know, do not have body piercing like they do in Reforged. Which is just kind of further evidence that I think I'm on the right track with my submod and saying that Reforged should never have introduced body piercing to Rangers, but we'll set that aside for another day. Okay, so I think what I'll do to start with is actually, let's take a look at the cities here. And this is kind of where I'm gonna fall kind of short as a campaigner here. I'm just not very good at managing cities and economies, so I think I'll start off with building some mines here. I'll kind of focus all my economic resources into Minas Tirith to start with, because it's so far advanced as it is. We'll put our tax rate up a little bit. A lot of these towns can't do that there, or Carandros. That's frustrating. And that's a castle too, so we've got a lot of castles. Yeah, I'm just gonna invest in economic things to start with. We could put up taxes in all our towns. I'm gonna have to start doing that. Alright. Tarnos, that's a castle. Here's a town. Taxes there, build some mines. That's probably all we're going to be able to do, but I'll just go ahead and put up the taxes in all our towns, hopefully get these mines built, and then we'll have something of an economy going. I'll just go ahead and put that in the queue. And I'm not worried about Inedwyth or Isengard for a good while yet, so I'm kind of going to be ignoring the West to some extent. This is taxes. Oh, public funds. That's probably just a cultural thing. Okay. So I've done that, and then I will start moving some units to the north and to the east. So we'll go into the Hellergear, grab these 3 and move them towards Karasas.
By your command, we can go no further today.
And I will grab the Blackroot Vale units.
Maintain order.
Yeah, I'll move them.
Let us set up camp here.
Cool. And I'm assuming this general has Blackroot Vale archers as his bodyguard. Yeah, okay. I actually haven't seen... While we're here, we may as well take a look at their stats. They've got a good missile attack. And some decent armor, actually, so I think I'm gonna like these guys. They can't hide anywhere, though. That's something I wish they could do. But that's okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, actually, what's their accuracy? Average? That's kind of a letdown, but... They seem like a decent archer unit, though. And I think I want to move on... Oh, wait, is this a rebel army? Yeah, okay. What I think I'll do is I want to get... I want to move on... This is Ostithil. Or I'll move on Eastern Osgiliath. So I'll move some units. If I actually manage to click on Ministers, there we go. Move some units into West Osgiliath.
Yes.
What do we have in Caradros? Just some archers. Yeah, I'll move them into West Osgiliath as well. I think this is just a fort. Okay. I'll keep them there for now, just for the free upkeep, but I am going to move them into Karandros. Actually, is this? Oh, this is our spy. Nice. Okay. So let's move him around and see what East Osgiliath has as their garrison. Okay. Looks like a lot of trash. Except for the bodyguard, they're kind of the only thing I would worry about there. Blackroot are good, but they're not AP, so that's really what I'm worried about at this point, are AP units. So what I'll do, what I think I'll do, excuse me, is I'll wait on Mordor, so I'll wait on Gothmog or someone for Mordor to come along, make an attack on East Osgiliath. I think they'll likely fail. And even if they do succeed, their garrison will be so depleted that I'll be able to take it. Right now, I think I just need to prepare against Mordor, and maybe against Harad if they decide to come up here. So yeah, I'll take East Osgiliath, and I'll take Ostithil as kind of my first steps, while I develop Minas Tirith, and I'll put a little bit of resources into the heartland of Gondor, into economic development, because we're not really going to be able to train elite units for a good while anyway, so let's go ahead and end the turn there. Gondor's got Ethelon, so there was no way I was ever going to beat them to that. But I would, honestly, I'm happy to let them have that anyway. I think, if I'm doing this narratively, I think that the Steward Denethor is more interested in fighting back against Mordor than trying to expand Gondor to the south. If anything, if he's going to expand, he probably want to expand to the east and let Dol Amroth just be the shield for Gondor in the south. But if they do end up in trouble, I may need to move south to defend them some. Mordor's coming out with an army. It's pretty sizable, though I'm guessing it's probably just got a bunch of orc trash in it. And yeah. That looks like an intimidating army, but it looks like almost a full stack, but I think it's probably just garbage that's gonna get sent packing as soon as they've tried to besiege it. For the moment, I think I'm going to leave this territory here to be independent, though I think Denethor would be interested in... Oh, sure. Boromir get married there. Yeah, and that's probably going to be the case for now. But I expect either Mordor or Rune, maybe, to become the largest faction at some point. Yeah, our queues are stalled because we're building a bunch of stuff. Alright, so yeah, everything's going according to plan for the moment. I think Denethor is probably wise enough, given that he's wrestling with... Oh yeah, that's something else I should mention real quick. I think there is a script in this version of DaC. It might be in the next one, I'm not sure, but... where Denethor... He starts out as being a boon to Gondor. Because he's able to wrestle with Sauron using the Palantir. After, I don't know how many turns it is. I just remember hearing Galu talk about this a while back. But I know after a while he becomes a detriment to Gondor as he starts to go mad. So the cheesy thing to do at that point is once he starts to once corruption starts to run rampant in Minas Tirith and we start losing tons of money, the cheesy thing to do is just throw him into a fight he can't possibly win and hope he dies. And honestly, I'm going to have to think about this, but not only is that the strategic thing to do, but I could make a narrative reason for that without actually metagaming. I mean, if the guy goes so mad he just wants to basically suicide himself like he did in the books and in the movie, we could just send him on a suicide mission. And of course the court of the Steward's court would probably try to stop him, but he's the steward and do basically whatever he wants without declaring himself king, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these guys up to West
By
Osgiliath.
your command.
Boromir's really assembling a force to be reckoned with here.
Ready your weapons.
We'll start to move our Blackroot Vale.
Let us set up camp here.
Okay, no missions yet. Yeah, so despite the bits of insurrection that are present throughout Gondor's heartland, I think Denethor's probably more focused on Mordor. Yeah, we'll come back to put those put all the rebel regions down and drive the rebel armies out of our realm at some point. But for the moment, I just need to focus on starting to build up an economy of sorts. And yeah, for the moment, we're going to run at a net profit. But man, is our corruption losing us money, dear Lord. Army upkeep is considerable. We do make a lot of money in trade. I think that's something we'll have to do. Let's actually find... where's our list scroll? Here we go. Agents. We only have a spy, so I need to get a diplomat somewhere too. So let's see if... I assume Minas Tirith can train a diplomat. Yes, indeed. So let's train one of those. At some point I might train some Fountain Guard. Upkeep's going to be considerable, though. Spearman. Oh yeah, the Alcarandas is the one of the ships we can build. The Airsul. Yeah, so Gondor can make some good ships.
My lord.
Alright.
Approaching quietly.
Let's see what's... Ostathiel. We got Black Uruks, Orc Scouts, Orc Fighters. A bunch of Orc trash, that's good. Except for the Black Uruks, but they're only mediocre in my opinion, so... Alright, so yeah, we'll just continue on as planned. Hopefully the rebels in this, in East Osgiliath will kick Mordor out. And their garrison will be depleted enough that I can come in and take it from them. At that point, we'll split things off, and we'll move south to take Ostathiel as a bulwark against Harad or Khan should they decide to come north. And that's really about as far south as I'm going to go for the moment, unless if it's to help Dol-Amroth. My attention's really going to be focused on the east. Oh, Mordor did take it. Well, that's not going according to plan. Okay. Mordor's a bit stronger than I expected them to be. I expect they're going to besiege Caer Andros, so... to do about that... I'll have to move some units from Anorion, or Calenhead there. I'll move them to Caer Andros. yeah, I'll give the Faramir right there. Oh, if they're gonna give me money, I'm absolutely gonna do that. Oh, yeah, so this is basically describing the script I was telling you about just a few moments ago, where Denethor uses the stone, the Palantir of Minas Tirith, and it slowly drives him mad. So it starts out as a boon, and then becomes a detriment to the campaign. So we're going to take advantage of it being a boon right now. Who is Arthur? A diplomat. Oh, he's the diplomat we trained. Okay, cool. Yep. Cool. Isengard going to war with Rohan. It's fine. I don't know if I'll be able to afford... I don't know if I can afford to help Rohan, really, but... we'll do what we can. So where is the nearest bit of Gondor? Okay, that's a long way away.
Your orders.
Take us about 3 turns to get there.
Stopping here.
Calenad will have to reinforce Cairandros.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and take the Rangers.
Captain of Gondor.
We're not going to be able to go past them, that's the problem. Alright, we'll just have to wait on them to... We'll just have to wait on this army. Captain Zagath.
I'm gonna stick you.
General Zagath, I apologize. Have to wait on him to besiege Cairandros, and then we'll backstab him with our Rangers. I think I've done this before, and it worked out okay, so... Alright, where are our Blackroot archers? Here they are.
Protect the blood of Numenor. Forward.
Okay,
Let
and
us set up camp here. As you
Russia.
wish. Joining forces, my lord.
Militia. Ooh, we get some clans, limited clans, but I definitely want to do that because they are good AP infantry. So let's do that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make a first save here. And what are we going to be at with money? Okay, so we'll be running a little bit of a deficit, but I think that's just because we've taken some men out of settlements. Okay, just go ahead and advance the next turn. I'm expecting Cairandros to be attacked.
Show yourselves.
Cool, he looks like he's moving away. Mordor's gonna beat me to everything. Okay. So, yeah, Mordor is just running rampant across the, on the eastern side of the Anduin here, so... I don't care if there are enemies, I don't care if there are relations to them or not. And what does this army have, though? Captain Bull.
I'm gonna stick you!
Nothing impressive. Okay, so I don't care. Because we have territorial guardsmen. Yeah, we'll just do a quick backstab here, I think.
My lord.
I'll save that for
As you
near
wish.
the end of the turn, though. Get out of the way.
Without question. Tomorrow's journey planned out. I shall continue tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, we need to get some... let's get,
Awaiting your command.
let's get these guys in
Marchmen!
forward for now. Just to get some more upkeep here. And what does this army have in it?
Have a taste of my blade!
Or maulers. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. Other than that, it looks like a bunch of orc trash. Blackbird, though. Okay. We do have Boromir in this army, and I think he has Citadel Guard as his bodyguard, maybe?
Ready your weapons!
Let's go attack this guy.
Slay them!
Wards of the White Tower, actually. Okay. Really good. That's cool. So they're taken from Swan Knights, Fountain Guard, Citadel Guard. Cool. I like it. Got a lot of archers. Some Marines here. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, let's try this.
Let them have it, men!
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Looks like it stopped recording automatically when I started the battle. I think that's because of my preferences. It changes the screen settings whenever I go into a battle, so I'll have to figure out how to fix that. But yeah, we went ahead and we're going to preemptively strike this force of Mordor before they can actually besiege us here. We do have it. This is timed. I hate timed missions. Okay, so let's do this. Boromir, you and spears. Or militia boys. I think this is the only functional bridge. I don't think this one works. So, this is gonna be rough. Okay. Didn't realize that was gonna be the case. Okay. So we should have all of our just dedicated infantry there. Alright, then what I'll do is I'll just run our archers up. And our marines here. Okay.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go across here. Go ahead and speed it up. This water is very blue. Interesting. Alright. So we are now in East Osgiliath. Most of our force. Okay. So now let's take our dedicated infantry again. I'll go ahead and group them. I gotta do that here. Go ahead and group these guys. Now they are gonna be... Oh, they're coming to us, so let's go ahead and turn the speed down. Or are they just stopping there? They just be stopping there. Okay, let's get if we can get a foothold here, I will just move the archers. Yeah, let's just move the archers up here. Just a bunch of orc trash back here. So I think we can do this. Got Spearmen of Gondor leading the way. We'll go ahead and shield wall them. Kind of pack them together. Uh-oh. Okay. Hold up here. We've got... Put our militia infantry over there. Or Coast, I feel pretty confident against them. Go ahead and shoot the Black Urix. How are we firing here? Ah, they're firing up. Don't want to always doing that. Fire them. That's going to be the case. These are just... Oh, these are Black Uruks. Okay, we'll javelin them, though. Throw your jabs, boys. Come on. Ah. Okay. That's okay. We'll just, run Boromir into them, then. That's going to be the case. Now that we've got a nice firing line up. Those archers are still firing up and over. Probably just because we're trying to shoot over our friendlies here, so we'll change targets. Shoot into these back here, to their archers. Here comes the orc trash. Okay, so... go ahead and fight the orc host. They're just trying to rush through us, which is frustrating, but that's okay. And we are decimating these orcs back here, though, so that's good. We're gonna beat the Black Uruks over here. We should with Boromir's help. Activate his defensive stance. I think we're still... just more orc host. Okay. Whole bunch of orc trash.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I'd rather than fire back there. Or actually, I bet they could get a good shot to those Black Uruks there. Good, we've beaten them back. Let's come over here and have the Marines shoot to the backs of those Black Uruks. Looks like we've pretty much finished off the Orc Maulers, so we'll just run them. Yeah, we've got them. Orc host breaking.
Only
Black
half
Uruks
the
are about
enemy
to break.
force remains. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Yeah, we'll run them around here. This unit of infantry really took a beating, but they did good work. These Black Uruks are routing. That's Boromir's unit, so we'll just have him chill out because he doesn't need to do anything more. We'll have these archers falling to them. These archers falling to that blob as well. And these archers continue to volley into that blob. Marines, throw your jabs into those Black Uruks. And militia. Nice. Militia are tearing up these orc scouts, which is good to see. Getting the orc archers. Yeah, I think we've got this battle in the bag. we'll go ahead and run them up. Archers, you can go ahead and run into melee, I guess, if you want. They're not really going to provide any resistance to us in melee at this point. There's a handful of black Uruks in there, I think, but yeah, they're wavering. They're going to break.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Alright, let's slaughter those orc archers back there. And, let's see, what do we got going on back here? Kill these orc scouts, then we'll run around and backstab them back here. And we'll have this battle in the bag. And that will probably be it for today's first episode of the Gondor narrative campaign. Really, I've always wanted to do a divide and conquer campaign. Just let them go. Whatever.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Oh, okay. Well, what,
Behold how our cowardly foe runs.
Did they have their general
Time to
running
press
back
the
here?
attack.
You clever, clever... Oh, they were just routing, never mind. Okay, so I would say that was a pretty resounding victory. I mean, we did lose 27%, which is a little bit more than I wanted, but given the sheer overwhelming number, I'll take it. Won the battle.
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
337 losses isn't too bad. Let's check. Holy mackerel. So, yeah, Gondor infantry doing work. Archers. Archers. Wow. We, collected a bunch of orc scalps there, it seems. So let's back. Alright, so, sorry about that again. I don't know what it is about my recording software that doesn't want to record through loading screens like that, but anyhow, I think we're going to... I always like to ransom, because that'll get us 1,500 if Mordor has it, and otherwise we'll just kill them so they won't be able to come back to bother us anymore, so... Win-win for me! I was hoping we'd get East Osgiliath from that. That's okay. What we'll do, just real quick,
Awaiting your command.
is I'll run them out here. Stab this orc army in the back. Hurons there. I will save the game here, and we will start with the lifting of the Siege of Cariandros, because I guarantee you we win this. This is 3... I could beat this with just these 3 units, let alone the units we've got. Actually, what does he have? He's got General's Bodyguard, so easy fight. So yeah, we'll start there next time. So keep your eyes peeled for episode 2. Catch you guys later. Thanks.